breaking news, developing story out of Toronto. There's currently a large police presence outside of the home of Drake after reports of an overnight shooting in the area. Here's a live look at the scene now. This is outside of 21 Park Lane Circle in North York, well known to be the home of the Toronto-born rapper. Details are still very limited, but police have confirmed to City News that the person injured is not Drake. Officers responded to the shooting around 2 this morning. One person was rushed to hospital with serious injuries. No word on the identity of that person. A suspect fled in a vehicle, but no description is available at this point. Stay with us here on BT for the latest on this developing story.
There was another person shot 10 minutes before, 2 miles away. Again, just keeping it light. I've heard that, and there's some people who are smart enough in here to probably I'm hearing this shit got nothing to do with what you think it does, but it do got something to do with what you think it was. So let's keep it at that, and let's not create any suspects or blame any people on the stream. Okay? Of this, I'm gonna get upset at Kendrick that if you're this good, if you're this guy who's even better than the guy who I really like, you show up once every 5 years, you don't put out music, you're not ever president of music, that create a disdain for bruh, you don't deserve the title of being king. If you think that you just get to sit on that throne and not be able to do what I do like about Drake, he did the that if you're king, you got to do. He accepted every challenger. He tried to help young coming up. He tried to be president. When I said, what top 5 you smoking on? I don't think you've been president in this culture, my if we got to go 5 years without hearing from you, it bothers me. I don't think you're that busy. I don't think your family life is that much. So when I got a who's been playing that role all along, and if you're better than him, we'll do the he's doing times 10. It bothers me. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, y'all. It's Coffee on the vid, and I can't even believe this. What a week it's been, man. It's still crazy to me putting a whole timeline together that all this ish came off of J. Cole's release, and we see some other artists dropping disses, and the next thing you know, this Kendrick Drake-ish heats up, and here we are here, man. All these tracks dropped, and Akademiks is talking about this shooting that went down, delayed some new music, that there was some new music set to be dropped today. But I'm just taken aback by all this, absolutely bonkers. Real talk. Can y'all remember a week that's been this crazy in quite some time? I really cannot. Jump in the comments with your thoughts, everyone. But how nuts is that, right? What is it? 2 a.m. in Toronto. Didn't Drake have a track back called 3 a.m. in Toronto or something like that? I know it's not exactly at 2 a.m., but wouldn't that be nuts if Kendrick dropped a joint called 2, whatever exactly the time was that, is being reported on the news in Toronto? I don't think he'll do it. But that would be nuts, man. Remember Benny the Butcher dropped something about in Texas, Houston, wherever he got shot at, and named a title of the track like that, Speaking about the incident when he got caught out there in Walmart, man. But what an emotional rant there by Akademiks, man. Aside from the shooting ish, everyone commented, let me know your thoughts about what he's saying about being king and Kendrick not dropping regularly, and because of that he can't sit on this throne, that Drake is really the one that deserves to be on the throne because of this infrequency of when he drops music. I don't know, I've always felt like Kendrick, this is just my thoughts, and share yours once again in the comments. If you're new, it's all about hearing from the people over here. So tap in, subscribe, hit the buttons and all that. But it's always about the comment thread. But it felt to me like Kendrick lost his thirst for this ish, the passion to really make music, and he only comes with it when he feels like it. I don't hold that against him. There was something that was discussed more recently that people talk about, you can, as a metric, look at someone by all that they've done, but in a sense, when with Kendrick, you can look at him by all the ish he turns down, the collabs, everything. You know what I mean? The offers that probably come in, the way he turns down media, like Kendrick just doing him. And I don't know why that gets under Axe skin the way it does. Like, he was really heated about that. I don't know if that was just a Henny talking or what, but that ish really seems to bother him. I don't know why, man. But if you follow back Kendrick early on the come up, he was dropping music all the time. And then once he pushed on and became one of the greats and all the accolades, everything that he did, over time, he just drops when he feels like it. And, you know, some cats, like we were just talking about Benny the Butcher, that track when he got shot, and Griselda, the way they used to drop like 3 projects a year. I feel like they've slowed down a little bit. You know, some people, that's their get down, that they just drop so much music. Some people don't. But I don't know, with Kendrick, I've always personally liked that, the way that since he, you know, skyrocketed to the top of the game, he drops when he feels like it. And when he does, it's always such a momentous occasion for all of us to take in. And I don't know, I fuck with him on that level. Let me know what y'all think about it. But getting back to this shooting, this is absolutely bonkers, man. You see the security guard got it. Seems like he's going to be all right. But what's blowing my mind is the fact that that project, which track was it? Meet the Grams, or I think that was the one that had that, you know, visuals of the crib there. That's just so crazy to me that someone pulled up. And it, like, let's not put this on Kendrick neither. Prior to all this, there's reports, you can even go look it up and fact check it, that Drake's crib in Toronto is like the most Googled house in the world or something like that. Like, people Google this place all the fucking time. You know what I mean? But you can see individuals are already trying to spin this and put it together and put this on Kendrick. I mean, most definitely it's crazy the way that this happened in the midst of all this beef. But, you know, you can't put that on him, I don't believe. But some cats are really running with that, as you see, you know, the ish going around on social media where he's saying, I think dudes like him should die. You know what I mean? And like, how crazy would that be if we saw some wild go down where they caught the individual that did this, and he tried to make some crazy plea and change a whole new legal precedent, like, Kendrick made me do it, the music made me do it, it's not my fault. You know what I mean? That would be absolutely fucking crazy. I hope that don't happen. I don't want to see that happen. And I'm not saying I necessarily think it could happen, but it's such a crazy world we're living in. Like, nothing really surprises me. Like, real talk, comment and let me know if y'all felt the same way when you guys tapped into the blogosphere today and seen that this shooting even went down. Like, are you serious? Like, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? And there's always legal precedents. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they say things that were slippery slope when something happens once. Like, if you know, we're all speaking in hypotheticals here anyways. I'm just saying, like, the way I see the media running with this, like, look, this, you know, art that he had of Drake's crib, you know, on the location and all that on the map that he put on a single. This is where this went down. You know, like, comment out there if anyone else watching all this go on is thinking the same type thing, man. Like, I don't even know. I can't even call it. It's kind of interesting. I just caught an old My Shine video where he was talking from years back when he was locked up north and Jay-Z and Nas were beefing. He was saying dudes were going off about it, like it split up the jail on like a borough level, Queens and Brooklyn, and individuals were cutting each other and ish behind it. You know what I mean? And then later on, Hov and Nas squashed the beef, you know? Like, it's crazy the way ish goes, you know? But that's all I really got on this one, man. I was just thinking out loud, seeing all this play out. Akademiks, what did you guys think about that emotional rant about Drake over Kendrick? And, like, for real, did y'all peep that? It seemed like this, like, hurt this man's feelings, the way he was reacting, and all that. Let's talk about it. The shooting, your thoughts, the beef, in the comments below. Subscribe. Stay tuned for updates. I'm out here. Peace.